Hey y'all, we're on the Vote Common Good, Faith, Hope, and Love, Supporting Democracy for All tour. We're in Pennsylvania, and we had a great event today. We were supporting a candidate named Tina Burns. She's running for the State House representative seat. And she was a fabulous candidate, but that's not what was exciting. What was exciting was the person who owns the property where we had the event. See, here's what happened. We had a little miscommunication, and we didn't know to reach out to the person where we're having the event. And so we pulled up, and it was a restaurant that had closed, so we're meeting in their parking lot, and we were all set up. The event was just getting ready to start. We had our bus, you can see it there behind me. We had these big flags up, and we had a bunch of chairs out, and 50 people or so at this event. And the owner of the restaurant pulls up, and I happened to walk up to him and shook his hand and he said, hey, I said, what the F's going on here? And I said, well, we're having this event for Tina Burns. He said, well, is she a Republican or a Democrat? And I said, well, she's a Democrat. He said, load up your stuff and get out of here. And I said, okay, well, was there a miscommunication? Did you not know we were coming? Did you not know we were here? He said, I had no idea. And then he said, I'm a conservative Christian, gun-toting Trump supporter. And I said, well, really apologize for that. And we didn't know. Sorry for the miscommunication. Then he said, well, I guess you're all set up. You guys can go ahead and have your event, but I'd like to meet her. So he came over and he met her. His name is Chris. And then we had our event, and he was very kind to let us stay. And then after things were done, he and I had a chance to chat. I actually paid him some money to rent his space, which would have been the appropriate thing we would have done had we reached out to him in time and had this all worked out the way we normally have these things worked out. And then we had a beer together sitting in the parking lot there, and he told me his story, that what he's up to and where he's going. We didn't agree on politics at all, but we did agree on the fact that the country feels really divided, and that so often religion is used to separate people instead of allow people to connect on things that really matter to them. And we started talking about all kinds of things, the church he goes to, and turns out he wasn't just those things that he had described to me, and I turned out to be more to him than he thought someone like me would be. He wanted to know what we were up to. I wanted to know what he was up to. He decided that he wanted to tell us his stories, and I wanted to tell him ours. And so it was just a beautiful time. So it was such an honor today to meet Tina Burns, who's running for office, but it was also great to meet Chris and for him to be gracious to us and kind to us, to let us have a really great event. So I hope that happens to all of us. You know, sometimes our initial reaction is what we say, what we really mean, but then we think about it and we think, no, maybe we'll let it happen. And I thought, how good of this man to allow people who want a different political outcome but are sharing their space together. And we had a chance to talk, had a chance to agree that for people in Pennsylvania, like people in the rest of the country, even if we don't end up on the same side of politics and it's going to go one way or the other, we're still going to be living in this country together. We're still going to be living in this state of Pennsylvania together. People are still going to be living in towns together. So we have to figure out how to do it. So it's really a heartwarming day. Great event. Really proud to support Tina Burns in her run. Really glad to be doing the Faith, Hope, and Love, Supporting Democracy for All. And also, such an honor to meet Chris. So I want to keep you updated on some of the things we have going on out here on the road. So you can follow all this over at votecommongood.com, and the live video from that event will be up here on our YouTube channels in a bit. So thanks so much for paying any attention to all the goodness that we're up to out here. And if you're part of all this, thank you. And if you want to be part of it, head over to votecommongood.com. You'll see our calendar there. You can donate. You can become part of it. Put on a shirt. You can join us in a Faith, Hope, and Love, Supporting Democracy for All effort. Thanks so much.